Today we discuss the limits of eBay auctions as a data point to check the market. As you know or don't know, on this channel we often do these market watch type videos where we go over certain eBay auctions and eBay sales of some of the higher end Yu-Gi-Oh cards to basically check, hey, what's happening with this market? Now, obviously, and I didn't know this needed to be explained, but some people don't seem to understand, this is not a complete picture of the market. eBay auctions have a variety of issues. First of all, shill bidding is a possibility. Now, some people think it's happening everywhere all the time, and that's not true. And other people are saying it's happening none of the time, and that's not true. But it's a factor. Secondly, auctions are just that, an auction. So they depend on, did people see that the auction was going on? Were people busy at the time? So they didn't even know, they didn't check, they forgot to put their bid in. Like, for example, when the Mystical Elf on PWCC went for 200 in the BGS 8.5, I think. I would have bid on that. I just straight up forgot. So do we now say that the market price of that item is 200 just because it sold for that once? No. Beyond that, you also have loads of private sales. So a certain item might never go for sale on eBay because, well, some people just want to dodge the 10% or however much percent it is, depending on, the standing of your account and so forth. So they might just always go for private sales on some items. And once again, if an item sells 10 times privately and once eBay, is the eBay sale the market price? No, not necessarily. However, with that being said, it is the best we have. And that is what this video is really about. Because while I would love to be able to have the data of every single sale of a Yu-Gi-Oh card on the planet and be able to share that with you and discuss it that way, that is impossible. I am not spying on the planet and able to provide you that information. And even if I went over private sales that I do know of, and I know a fair few, are you supposed to just trust me? When you ask for a source, I can just go, trust me bro, everything's always up. No, that's ridiculous. So while eBay is an imperfect system, it really is. It's just a small segment of the market and it depends on all these factors that we've spoken of, whether people are online at the time, aware of the auction, bad search terms, maybe bad photos, maybe a seller who doesn't have a high rating so people don't trust it so they don't bid. All of these imperfections are all issues with the eBay system. When it comes to trustworthy data, it is literally the closest thing we have. And so that's all we can do. You want to talk about the market? Good luck. eBay data is all we have. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean you have to rely purely on that. When a card sells for auction, let's say it sells for 5,000. That doesn't mean that card is 5,000. It is not about the singular sales when we do these market watch videos. It is about all the data points together. We are essentially plotting. We are putting a little data point and a data point and a data point and a data point. And all of these data points together allow us to make a better view of where the market is going. And that is, once again, extremely crucial. 6 months ago, 7 months ago, when all of these data points were consistently up, sure, some of them might have been wrong. Sure, they might have been incomplete. There were private sales, some might have been shillbid and so forth, but it was still extremely clear. We had hundreds of sales showing, look, market is booming. And again, it was incomplete information. But the statements made based on that information were still accurate due to the sheer amount of data points. The same can also be said in reverse. Now, currently, there is no true reversal yet. Right now, we are just in a moment of slowness, I want to say. Some cards are down, some cards are still up. We're no longer in brain dead euphoria, but we're also not really in a bear market right now. We're just somewhere in between. And these data points are showing that. Once again, when a card sells for less right now, that doesn't mean that the entire market has crashed. And when a card sells for more, that doesn't mean the entire market is up. We are once again using all of these sales as little data points. And we are looking at all these sales exactly for that reason. And once again, there are massive amounts of private sales happening beyond eBay auctions, which is again an extremely imperfect system. but it's the closest thing we have. We cannot look at these markets based on it sold for more privately. Trust me, bro, it doesn't work that way. Unless you are friends with these people, of course, then it's different. I sell some cards, I buy some cards, I'm constantly talking to other people who are buying and selling cards, so I have a way more complete view of certain sections of the market, and thus I can also do certain buys way more completely based on that view. And if you're constantly dealing in these high-end cards, absolutely you can. But for a majority of the market, that is not a reality. And so they gotta rely on that eBay data. And sometimes in my videos, I will, by the way, say like, oh yeah, I actually know of this card selling for higher privately, or oh, I actually remember this card also selling at this point around that, that's interesting. But we're not about to make fucking videos going, here's all the private sales. Trust me, bro, that's just not happening. And so we have to rely on eBay auction data. But it's never about singular sales. It is always about plotting all of the data points to spot trends.